back. The KwaZulu-Natal Education Department has terminated contracts of surplus teachers who refuse to be redeployed. This was after chaos erupted at the Umlazi Comprehensive Technical High School. Since Monday, parents have been blocking school gates, denying teachers access. For more on this, we're joined now by the KwaZulu-Natal Education HOD, Nkosinathi, Ngcobo. Mr. Ngcobo, thanks for your time. We appreciate it. So this is problematic because we saw school gates being blocked. But let's talk about the surplus teachers and their contracts being terminated. Why did that have to happen?
We have a policy where if schools have had an increase, some educators in that school may become surplus to the requirements of the school. But instead of retrenching those educators, we then redeploy them to schools that may have an increase in enrollment so that we retain them in employment. And that's exactly what happened. We have collective agreements to that effect, which we signed with unions in terms of how the process is actually undertaken, this specific school. And the process does involve that if you are not satisfied with the fact that you have actually been declared surplus, you can put in a grievance, and your grievance can be listened to, and you get an outcome of that grievance. If the grievance, if the outcome of the grievance is that the process was done fairly and correctly, then you are supposed to actually move. In this particular case, in Comtech, what actually happened was that the process was done, not been done properly, and the processes had actually not been correctly adhered to in terms of policy. Okay. Then it went to a grievance hearing, and their grievance was upheld for the first time. And the process was started afresh.
Nkosinathi, I have to stop you.
Second time, a grievance, up to 3 times. Yes.
Yeah, we're losing your signal, so I'm going to ask you to try and keep your answers short as possible so that we can actually fully understand what's happening. I understand that process so far.
Yes.
There are some reports suggesting that these teachers are given 24 hours of notice to go to other schools. Is that true or not?
No, they were not given 24 hours notice. They were informed that they must go to other schools as early as November last year, 2021. So when schools reopened this year, they were actually supposed to have reported in their new schools. And in terms of the law, if you are not at your place for 14 days and your teacher, you are supposed to be terminated. Yeah. But they had not been where they were supposed to be for more than 14 days. So that 24 hours was to give them a last opportunity for them to actually comply with the requirement of moving to their new schools. It wasn't the first time that they were being informed that they must move.
Okay, got you. Let's move on to the racism allegations at Grosvenor Girls High School. I know that a panel has been set up to actually look into the matter. How far are you in determining the way forward?
We have set up the panel already, and we have given them the terms of reference, and they will be commencing with the investigations on Monday or Tuesday. But they are ready. They've been given terms of reference. They are ready to start that investigation.
Okay, what happens then to the pupils who are saying that their teachers are calling them monkeys? Are you still expecting them to be taught by these teachers pending this panel's investigation?
Yeah, let me first, indicate that we have given the panel of investigators a very short period in which to complete the investigation. Actually, within 21 days, the report will be ready. You see, there are allegations that some teachers there call them monkeys and so on. We don't know yet the names of those teachers who are doing that, and that will be part of the investigation of the panel. And what we have ask the panel to do is that when they commence investigation, say on Monday or Tuesday, they find that there are teachers, who, for instance, are victimizing learners because they are coming forward. They are free to recommend to us that we suspend such. So we will rely on their advice as they continue to investigate whether to act against some teachers even before they've completed the investigation. That is, act in terms of suspending them.
Yeah.
But people are innocent until they're proven guilty. For now, we would rather wait for the outcome of that investigation, and we definitely will act once that investigation is complete.
Well, I mean, this is not a court of law, and these are serious allegations that these teachers are facing. So why couldn't you, as a department, when you went to the school earlier this week, actually ask students which teachers in particular are actually doing this to them allegedly, and then handle it that way? Because there is a huge chance that they're going to be victimized here, and actually made not to give any evidence regarding these teachers if they are victimized.
Yeah, that is why we have instructed the panel that should there be any signs, we actually addressed the learners, all the learners in that school, and we told them that should there be any victimization, report to the panel, and the panel will then advise us in terms of what action to take. The thing is, we don't want really to cut corners in relation to it. We want to do it quickly, but also we don't want to to be seen to have prejudged the case. These are very serious allegations. I must say, I agree with you. They are very serious. So we take them. Yes. It's about protecting learners, and it's about ensuring that in our schools, racism, is completely eradicated. I mean, you don't expect that in 2022 there could be a teacher who calls, a learner a monkey and other names that have racial connotations, which are totally unpalatable. So we will act as soon as this investigation is complete, and definitely, if there is any wrongdoing on anybody's part, we won't shy away from acting against such people.
Thank you so much for your time. KwaZulu-Natal Education HOD Nkosinathi Ngcobo.